Hello, hi. Hello, everybody. This is Tassien. Welcome to Tassien Easy Class. I am happy to see you here all. Welcome, welcome. If it's your first time to be on our channel, I hope you are going to subscribe so that you don't miss any video. And if you like our videos, click like and share the video to your network so that it will reach as many people as possible. So, in today's presentation, I'm going to talk about some useful and beautiful operators that are used in R programming. Watch the video from start to the end. I always tell you to watch my video from start to the end so that you will not miss any single word or any single tip from the tips that I'm giving to you. So, hold on. Yeah, so in one of our previous videos, we saw that logical values are true or false, only two logical values. And those logical values are mostly used in comparison when we are trying to compare two things. Okay, so then there is other operators that are used in R, and we can list them down here. One is the greater than, when we compare two things, and one is greater than the other one, and there is less than, and there is greater than or equal, and less than or equal, and the equal operator. Please, guys, note that for the equal operator, we don't use the single equality sign. We use two equality signs, because if we use one equal sign, R thinks that we are trying to assign a value to a variable. So when we are comparing, we don't use a single equal sign. We use two equal signs. Yeah, and the other operator is the not equal, and not equal is the exclamation mark. Not not then not equal. Yes, and those are the most common used operators. But when we are comparing things, we may also need to connect together two propositions or two conditions, and the connections operator is the and. We want to, like, a condition that has to connect two things with and the end sign is this one. Or we can connect two conditions with or, and the or sign is this one. Or we can connect two conditions with not, and then the not is this exclamation marks. Yeah, so let's see one example and try to use these operators and see how they work. Yeah, suppose that we have a vector x here, x and x equals, suppose that we have minus 1, minus 2, 0, and 5, and 8. Suppose that we have this vector. And one may ask, may need to check if there is and one may need to take values of x which are greater than, let's say, greater than 0. Then we write x of x and greater than 0, like this. So it will display only these 5 and 8. These are the only two numbers that are greater than 0. And one may now want to use greater than or equal, then we need x, values in x, and we need those values such that x is greater than or equal. greater than or equal to 0. If we use greater than or equal to 0, then 0 also is included. Or now we may need values that are less than 0, x less than 0, like this. Then the values that are less than 0, they are 2, -1, and -2. And we may need values that are, let's say, less than 0, and their absolute value is greater than 1. How can we extract those values? We have to write x, and we need the values of x that are less than 0, and the and operator is this one, and absolute value of x is greater than 1. So which numbers are we going to get? We will get -2, because -2 is less than 0, but its absolute value is 2, and that absolute value is greater than 1. So you see, yeah, that's how we can use these operators in R. Or we may need to extract values from this vector x that are, let's say, less than 0 or greater than 0. So x and x less than 0, and or, and the or operator is this one, or x greater than 0. So the 0 is not included. So in x we remove the value 0, because we need only values which are either less than 0 or greater than 0. So you see, that's how we can use operators, and these operators are very, very useful in R. So beyond these operators, there is other useful operators that are used in R, and there is this any operator, and all operator. There is one, and the in operator. So let's see also how they are useful for us. To illustrate how these ones are used, let me take another vector x. Let me call it x. Let me say x equal c. It's a vector 1, 0, -3 and 5 and 8, and for instance, the none, a missing value. Yeah, we have x here, and one may ask himself or herself if there is a value which is less than 0. Then you may do it like any x less than 0, like this. Then if you do it like this, say true. Why true? Because there is -3, which is less than 0. And one may ask himself, are all the values in x greater than 0? Then it will say false. Why? Because all values in x are not greater than 0. And what if I write like x and this sign, then in for instance c 1 and 0 and 5, like this, then it will say true, because this value 1, it is in here, and it is also in x, then true. But then this -3 is not in this vector, then that's why we have false here. And this 5 is in this vector, that's why we have true here. and this 9 is not in this vector. That's why we have false here. And this none is not in this vector. That's why we have false here. So you see, useful. Any and all and in, they are also useful. But guys, pay attention with this none here. This none here. So if for instance I say x and x x greater than 0. I need elements of x that are greater than 0, and if I click enter, it will tell me that values of elements of x that are greater than 0 are 1, it's true, and 5 is true, and 9 is true, and none. But then is none greater than 0 or not? So pay attention with none. So none, if there is a none values, missing values, that's why we always take action and remove the missing values before doing any operation or any data analysis on a given data set, because the none things will mess up everything. Yeah, for instance, we may like, if we don't want this none to come here, to appear here, we have to write x, and we need not, and the note is the exclamation mark, not is dot none x and x greater than 0. Then in this case, if we do it this way, it will remove this none. The none will be taken away, and you see the none here is not anymore here, because we have give instructions that the none is not, we don't need it. The negation sign here is negation. No, yeah, this negation here, this negation sign. So guys, good. So you see, these operators are also useful in R, and I hope you know when you want to any condition, or you want to compare things, you will know which operator to use. I hope you like this video, today's video. If you like it, click like and share the video to your network. And I hope to see you for next time. Bye.